All right, my man. State your name. Let them know you on Nicovelli TV.
It's Alan York on Ntilikina TV.
All right. You a Knicks fan?
Of course, Knick fan.
All right. What era of the Knicks you like?
I like a couple eras. I like the mid '90s. John Starks was my man. I like the late '90s. Allen Houston. I like the early Melo era between 2011 and 2014.
Player, baby. Let's talk about it. Let's get this New York swag on, man. What you like about Melo's game?
Just dominant. He's dominant. One of the most dominant scorers of all time. Inside, outside, handles. You know, he can bully you. He can take you from the key, take you from the three. So it's just well-rounded.
Now, a lot of people will say that Melo was a ball hog. That he played isolation ball. That he ain't pass enough. It's like split. People's divisive when it comes to Melo. Some people are happy that he's gone. Some people wish he would remain. Obviously, you wish he was still in New York.
I mean, you know, I'm cool with him not being here. I think, just team-wise, it wasn't really conducive. After them years with Woodson, we kind of really didn't get him no help. Like, you got to look after Woodson left and after the big trade, after Amari was bad. I don't think we had nobody else scoring over 15 points a game outside of maybe J.R. Smith. So when you don't got the pieces around you, what you really supposed to do? As far as him being a ball hog, that's his game. I mean, you know, you got positions on the floor, like per se shooting guard. Nobody asks a shooting guard to pass. He's supposed to shoot, right? He's a power forward, but he has a shooting guard mentality. So not everybody who plays basketball is supposed to share the ball. And that's not necessarily their strength. So I didn't really have a problem with doing what he was supposed to do, which is supposed to be a prolific scorer. So you can't expect everybody to be LeBron. That's not everybody's game.
Okay,
so
that's fair enough.
You know, he scored, he rebounded. You know, sometimes he played defense, but as far as him not being a passer, that's not his game. That's not what he was brought to any team to do.
All right, but would it be fair to say that when he was on Denver, he was doing all those things? You saying that?
No, but he had people that could do those things. So he didn't need to be a passer if you had Chauncey Billups, or if you had, like, they had Andre Miller, or they had actual point guards, you know? Also, Denver had a little bit more weapons, so it was easier for him to just kick out. But nobody expected him in Denver to be a great passer, you know? And even then, and even on the Knicks, I think he was still averaging anywhere between, like, maybe 4 and 6 assists a game. I could be wrong about that, but maybe not 6. Maybe, like, you know, between 4 and 5, you know?
All right, Chris Porzingis. Think about KP. Let's talk about KP.
Unicorn. It's going to be great. He may not play this year, but he's going to be amazing. That was a wonderful pick.
Do you think it's a smart move to sit him out this entire season?
Yes, absolutely. We're not playing for nothing. So there's nothing that he can really gain from playing this season. You know, if you want to come back the last couple of months just to get his shit off, that's cool. But we got a couple young big guys that we should probably be worrying about, especially a couple young big men. Robinson, I really like him. So, you know, get him that tick.
Now, what if the Knicks go to the playoffs? Would you still feel the same way about KP staying out for the season?
If the Knicks make it to the playoffs without KP,
right,
I still wouldn't necessarily see us as a contender. I mean, I would have to see how that would play out, but I don't know. I've never actually thought about the Knicks making playoffs. If they make an 8 seed or whatever without him, like I said, maybe that's something to consider. Like I was saying, maybe they bring him back the last couple months of the season if we're in the playoff race. But, you know, at that point, what happens, though? We out in the first round. Just being realistic. So, we'll see.
And Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah, I like Robinson. He's long. Like I said, he's somebody who I want to see get that tick. I think he can be good, especially defensively. That's going to be one of the longest front courts in the league eventually. So I fuck with him.
All right. Now, concerning guards.
Yeah.
Who do you think should start? Is it Trey Burke or is it Frank Ntilikina?
Oh, man. I think as of right now, I think Trey done showed you a lot. Especially with KP being out, we're going to need that offense on the floor. So I think he could start. I think there's going to be plenty of nights where we play them both, where we're going to have, especially if we end up moving Courtney Lee, it's probably going to be Frank, Trey, Kevin Knotts on a 1-2-3 type of move. So I think, being both, depending on how the roster looks when the season starts, I think that's an option as well. You got to keep that in mind.
So you like Trey Burke over Frank Ntilikina?
As of right now, for starting, for scoring purposes, yeah. Yeah, I think he's, like I said, he's proven that he can score, especially last year with us in the system that we got. Well, it's going to be a new system, so it should be interesting to see how he adapts to that. But I think it's going to be a very guard-friendly system to him. So I think as of right now, he can start. Or like I said, if our roster moves, especially if we move Courtney Lee, I think it could be a situation where they both start and he plays the 2, Frank plays the 1, and they kind of share ball handling duties.
Okay. And Emmanuel Mudiay, what you think we should do with him, man? You think there's any use for Emmanuel Mudiay?
Yeah, I mean, my thing with bad teams is that you always go talent first. So I really like Emmanuel Mudiay. I think that's another tandem that they can play with between Burke, Mudiay, and Frank. They can all rotate the 1 and the 2. I still think Mudiay is explosive. I still think he's turnover prone. But I'm interested to see how he does in this system. So I really like the new coach. I think he instills confidence in people that normally don't have confidence. But yeah, I definitely.
Speaking of Coach Fizz, there.
Yeah, Coach Fizz.
You like that he's in?
Yeah, I love Coach Fizz. I liked him as an assistant in Miami. I love what he was doing in Memphis at the time. He's a player's coach. Take that for data, So I really do think that he's going to instill a different type of confidence in them. Like I said, he's a little bit accident prone, Mudiay. But it's definitely a spot for him. Absolutely. If not as a starter, then off the bench. Maybe as a starter. I didn't really see him outplay Trey Burke last year, but maybe something happened in the offseason.
All right, my man. With that being said, I want to thank you for tuning in to Nicovelli TV.
Anytime,
I'm happy to have you.
Always.
And with that being said, peace.